two. Now to one. It's Gaines. Yes!
This ball is crushed.
MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS and real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook. Joining me today is the one, the only Jordan Durr, aka JD, aka my Chargers insider, aka everything UFC and combat sports related. He got the ones and the twos for all that too. Welcome everyone. We're back on the Faithful Fan Show. Jordan, how are you, dog?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a good holiday season. Finally a day with no rain, you know.
Wow.
And if football's back in effect after that whole Hamlet situation, thank God, you know, he's awake and everything's fine. But I'm also American, so I'm like, he's good. All right, let's play ball. You know,
let's get back to football.
Let's get this going.
No, but yeah, in all seriousness, yeah, Hamlin is good. I saw that today on social media. I was scrolling through. I'm like, all right, dope.
You know, up until I saw that post this morning, it was all make sure that this man is alive and taken care of and he's doing well. As soon as everything came back and he wanted to know how football was, I'm like, if he want to know.
Exactly.
Like,
I heard he wanted to know who won the game. I'm like, oh, he's a real one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit back and be like, how can he win? Nah, man, you don't understand that until you play. You know what I mean? Like, every time I see a grown man cry on the football field or basketball or fighting, I always get mad when people that don't play,
they don't understand,
criticize them because they'll never get it. You don't get it. Winning is everything, man. You can always say winning isn't everything, but it is. Everything feels good. Cereal tastes better. Beer keeps you a longer buzz, man. Everything feels better when you win it. So, you know, playing the game and having the game around and the morale that it brings up in America, we got to keep that rolling. So I'm glad to see he's okay, but let's get back to business, baby.
Let's get back to it. Hey, so it was only right I had Jordan back on the show. He's been on the show well, we took a break, but he's my first guest from my little lull. Welcome him back. And just so everyone knows, the Chargers are in. I think y'all clinched last week, right?
No, we clinched the week before that against
2 weeks ago against the Colts.
Right now, we're playing for placement. Yeah, now that's what we're doing.
Yep, and Cowboys are the same. We've clinched the wild card for a couple weeks now, but now this last game we could still get the number one seed.
Like that's crazy too. Like this season has been out of control. Like
it has been.
It's been a very spurty type of season. Like look at Miami. Like, dear Lord, they were 8-3 and now they're 8-8. Like,
bro, yeah, they were the sweethearts of the AFC for a second.
Oh my God, I was so mad about that Tua versus Herbert debate. What a dumb debate. Whoever said that Tua was better than Herbert should be slapped in the back of their neck with a wet hand, man. That is so dumb. Tua is too little, and that's why he keeps getting hurt. And you know what the most messed up thing is? It was really like two analysts on a TV show that kind of started that debate, and then Miami fans kind of ate into it, and then Charger fans started feeling heated and felt like, nah, y'all are just insecure. It's buyer's remorse because you could have had Herbert and you don't have Herbert.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at these TV personalities pitting fans against each other for no reason. Tua is super humble. Herbert, super humble. These guys are really nice guys. Now you got people over here talking smack about every little thing they do wrong because it makes a good conversation. I think that's some sucker stuff. I don't like it. Herbert is good. I hope Tua gets better and that he does better. But if you want to go Chargers versus Dolphins, I'm like, bro, do you have ever seen the Chargers? We lose games in the most magnificent ways. Okay?
Exactly.
You cannot blame it on Justin Herbert ever, bro. I've been sitting there. I was there in the stands watching us about to go to a Super Bowl, and Tom Brady threw an interception on 4th down. My dude caught it and fumbled, and New England got it back.
I remember
that. They got a 1st down, and Tom Brady was like, what? And the whole stadium was like, what? And that was one of the worst Charger memories I have in my life. We had it, bro. That was the best team we ever had, and we blew it. So to put everything that happened with the Chargers on Herbert is just ridiculous. You can't do it. We had the 30th 30th defense overall for the last 3 years up until the last 4 weeks. Just the worst defense. It's weird to watch the Chargers because they'll stop teams all the way up to 3rd down, and then somebody will bust a long one on us, and it's just the averages don't make sense.
I wanted to ask, dude. Y'all just got Joey Bosa back, right? Y'all just got
Joey Bosa back. They used him they didn't use him on that many snaps, you know what I mean? Just got him kind of going. But we're getting healthy at the right time. We were the most injured team in the NFL. People keep just side saying it like it's nothing, but the most injured team, bro. Like
no Keenan Allen,
no Mike Williams. Let's go to the O-line. We lost our left tackle that didn't give up no sacks last year, Slater, and he might come back too in the playoffs. So that's good.
Okay, that's big.
You know what I mean? We lost. We were doing good against the 49ers and stopping their run until we lost both our starting defensive tackles, and then they ran all over us. Then we lost Derwin James. Then it was horrible to watch. And then it was kind of weird to see us get healthy and then see the Titans who we played become the new most injured team. It was like we was handing it off to them. Like, hey, we getting healthy. Y'all can have this now. Because that's another team that just fell off. And that's why the season is so fun to watch, because you don't know what's going to happen. I honestly don't know. If it ends up being Dallas versus the Chargers in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be shocked.
And it could happen. Because it's any given Sunday in this league. It's
all these teams have a way to lose and have a way to win in like more than I've ever seen in recent history of the NFL. You know what I mean? Like, the Bills look good, but they dropped the game to Miami and they didn't score, what was it, like 15 points, 20 points, something really low?
Yeah.
The Chargers were the only team to beat the Colts, and the Colts beat freaking Kansas City. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
crazy. It's been a crazy season. And to piggyback off that, dude, so we're going into the last week of the season. What are you looking at the most? Like, okay, so we know you're going to be watching your team. I'm going to be watching.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, what are you looking at? What games are you going to have your eye on?
I'm going to have my eye on the teams that have players that have had injuries. So I'm going to be checking out the Eagles with Hurts, because I want to see how they look when they get to the playoffs.
We got to see
if they can still keep it going, because Hurts is going to come back. I don't think he stays up. They're saying it's an injury and all this stuff, but I'm like, you might as well just stay and keep him out there.
But the issue is with Hurts, though, but I don't mean to cut you off. It's a knee. So we'll see if he's the same.
Yeah, he runs a lot.
Back. Exactly.
He runs a lot.
Hey, but I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm just like,
yeah, no. I'm real with you. Like, I understand. I totally understand. If you told me that Mahomes tripped and rode on a Hot Wheel and twisted his ankle, I'm like, we got a shot. He's down. Mahomes is down.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
The other one is Lamar in Baltimore, because they're going to get in. They've already clinched, but they're kind of free falling with him being injured. And I don't know if he's really injured. He got a contract coming up. You know what I mean? Miami's over there knocking. That's another thing, too. How you going to sit there and say Miami, that Tua is better than Herbert when y'all try to trade him every freaking season?
Yeah.
They tried to get Deshaun Watson. They tried to get Mr. Rubber Tug. Okay, they tried to get 52-year-old Tom Brady and got fined and lost their draft picks for tampering, so he's not getting no help next season. And now they
got Tua by default, like,
and now they over here talking about Lamar's going to be a free agent. How y'all going to say that he's better than Herbert when y'all don't even want him? There's not going to be. We're not going to be looking for a quarterback over here in Chargers land. We're good on quarterback.
Y'all good.
I know Tua injury prone, but Justin was hurt all year too. He just got those ribs at 100%.
Now, dude, I didn't even know this. Lamar Jackson's coming. He's supposed to be coming back this week.
No, I don't know if he's coming back this week. They're talking about him coming back for the playoffs, but there's kind of like that little, is he really hurt that bad? Because he knows he has a contract coming up, and if he plays not stellar these last couple games, he can kind of dive his value.
I hear
so, you know what I mean? We get into that business talk of the NFL, and I kind of get that. And, right before, you want to look your best right before it's a contract time. So that's the big talk around Lamar. So if he's really injured, I want to see him come back in the playoffs and play I want to see him play for that money. I love to see dudes play for that check.
I love to see him play for that money, dog.
You know what I mean? There's a little more emphasis.
You know what game I'm going to be watching before we move to the next
What's
topic?
yours?
I'm going to be watching, like you touched on it earlier, the Titans. They've been sliding because the injuries, and they're playing Jacksonville, who's been on the uprise. Trevor Lawrence has been balling kind of with the weapons with Christian.
I'm afraid of Jacksonville. That's the only team that beat us up this year.
They're playing each other for the division. Whoever wins is in, basically, and whoever loses is out. I don't think they're going to get a wild card. So it's
I don't think it's going to be the Titans. I remember I can't say it's going to be the Titans because we beat the Titans while they were very hurt and they haven't gotten much healthier. And the Jaguars beat the brakes off of us, and they were able to run the ball. If they can run the ball, that's the thing. I love my Chargers, but I at least know our flaws. Every team that didn't give up on the run beat us. The 49ers had no choice. They were
Oh,
going
y'all
to
sound like
quarterback
us.
stuff.
The Chargers sound like the Cowboys.
Bro, if people keep running on us, we probably gonna lose, man. We gotta have Justin have the ball, and that's when we had no running game. Our running game's picking up. The defense over the last 4 weeks, #1 in almost every important category. The Chargers have been lights out the last. Oh, I wear my lights out jersey. Sean Merriman, lights out for the last couple of weeks, baby. So I'm just gonna put my faith into being hot going into the playoffs. And I think that's where you want to be. We're getting healthy. We're really hot. And everyone's saying we should go get the 5 seed because then we get to play weaker Jacksonville. I was like, shit, I'd rather play the Bills.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you. Jordan. So that opposes the question. Best case scenario for the Chargers going in to the playoffs, and then worst case. What is the best case? Who you want to see, and who do you not want to smoke with, Jordan?
I'm telling you right now, everyone that's around me that's Charger fan is talking about we should fight for the seed. And that's what we're going to be playing for against Denver this week is to get that #5 seed, top AFC wild card slot. And then we play the lowest divisional winner, which would be Jacksonville or Tennessee, depending on the game. But I think it's going to be Jacksonville. And to be honest, that was the only team that beat the brakes off of us. Every game that we lost is always close. That game wasn't close, bro. Like I was watching it, and they ran the ball really good, and then Trevor Lawrence off the play action, he's good.
He's good. He's not he's a better player than Daniel Jones, but how Daniel Jones can kill you on the run and people don't notice it. That's how
he was.
That's how
I can't even knock it like it was a running game. He beat us straight up. It looked like Tom Brady was back there, bro. It was like the run game opened it up, and as soon as that happened, the play action was just I don't know. Yeah, Derwin James was in on every single tackle, but he looked exhausted and he looked very frustrated because he had to be everywhere because once we weren't that good at stopping the run. The run game stoppage has gotten better. I feel like the game will be a lot closer, but I'd be a lot more afraid to play a team that already beat the brakes off of us. If we play Kansas City first, we're used to playing them.
And y'all give them problems every time.
We give them problems every time.
Both games That's crazy, though. That's crazy.
I'm just hoping that Travis Kelce don't make it to the game. Forget everybody else because the last 2 times we lost was him running a touchdown in the overtime and running a touchdown in the overtime, 4th quarter. That man has beat us single-handedly on the last play every single time. But we always lose within 1 score of them. We're always in those games. And they have one of their running backs made the news saying that's the team we don't want to play. He said, the Chargers, we're used to them, and we don't want to play them because they're getting it right at the right time, and it's always a tougher game. We'd rather play this team. So, and I look at the Bills, I'm like, they're the kind of team where if you smack them early, they'll have to come back, and they have the weapons to do it.
Hold on, JD, so you'd rather the top
I'm being weird.
This is serious. You'd rather
be the hunters than the hunted.
I hear you. You'd rather play the #1 seed or the 2 seed before you play Jacksonville.
We'll be on the road regardless.
This season has been crazy.
This season has been so crazy. If the Colts that we just beat could take a win away from Patrick Mahomes, you can't tell me that we can't do it with the right game plan. I'm just saying a team that's young and is younger has a very Jacksonville. Watch out for them, man. They're gonna be a problem coming up.
You know what else they got? They got 3 very reliable receivers. Like they got they got Christian.
I don't know bro's name, but they were kicking on
Marvin Jones, and then they got the Zay Jones. They got 2 Joneses.
What was the other dude?
Zay Jones. They got Etienne is a running back, but he's like
a beast.
He
was busting us. He's quick. He's like a Reggie Bush without the juice. Gets to the spot quick.
They have him returning punts. They have him returning punts and everything. He's nice.
I've never been to Jacksonville. I don't even lie. I don't know nobody there. I'm keeping props because I watch the games, and every time I watch them, I'm like, they're not as bad as people try to make them sound. You know what I mean? And if they got some stability, I'm telling you, they're hot in a sense of everybody is not looking at them, and they're looking like the team is going to overtake Tennessee. So I would love it if Tennessee beats them. Oh, I would love it. I'll play for Tennessee. If Tennessee's there.
My cousin Ryan, he's a Tennessee Titan fan. I know he's gonna be on the edge of his seat because Tannehill's done, right? Tannehill's done.
I don't know. I remember he got injured in the game against us, and it hasn't gotten better, and I believe it's still getting worse.
I know Derrick Henry is coming back. They're just trying to save hold on for this game. I think they bring in Derek.
They have to get too inventive with how they move the ball. They're out there trying to reinvent football because they don't have the right pieces when everybody's injured. But makes it seem like you're gonna have to just keep getting lucky, and the other team's gonna have to fall apart. In Jacksonville, they run the ball like it's not. I thought that with Leonard Fournette leaving, they weren't gonna be able to do it. But it's like they have a bunch of smaller dudes getting it done. You know what I mean? Like remind me of Pollard. Zeke got his balls back. I'm gonna give him some of that. Zeke got some games under his belt where he said, "Don't forget who I am."
I'm telling you. Hey,
I was talking spicy about Zeke.
I'm telling you. Zeke is that he's that slow burn. He's that slow burn. Like Pollard is the flashy one. Pollard gonna break 50 yards on you and get be on the ESPN highlight reel. Zeke.
He's social media running back.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly.
Zeke and him working together. I just need to see them both working together. When they don't work together, that's when Dak has to do too much, and the Cowboys don't look as good as they can. They get into these weird shootouts, and that
leads me to this week. Like my worst and best case scenario for the Cowboys going into the playoffs. We have to win, of course, against the Washington Commanders. Mm-hmm. I don't doubt we'll do that.
Who do the Eagles play?
The Eagles play. Who do they play? The Eagles play the Saints. No.
So y'all both have pretty favorable games going into your final games. So it's both the Cowboys should win and the Eagles should win, basically, right?
No, the Eagles play the Giants. That'll be a pretty good game. That'll be a good game. That'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game.
So these are the scenarios. If we lose, we're obviously the 5th seed, and we'll be playing the Bucks, the Buccaneers probably, because I think they won their division.
Yes.
I don't know if I want to do that, or if we win and the Eagles lose and the 49ers win, we're 2nd seed, and I think we play Green Bay.
Oh yeah, because 49ers are up there too. I got a lot of people up there with those top records. The NFC was at least separated enough.
So I'm in a dilemma. I might rather just be the 5th seed because I think I'd rather play Tom Brady than Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, bro.
No, I would, looking at what you're looking at, I'd say that there's no wrong answer in this because it's the playoffs. Everybody's good. Tom Brady's the Tampa Bay, you got to beat them early, or because if Tom has a way to come back, he's probably gonna do it. Aaron Rodgers, we beat them, didn't we? No. Green Bay beat Miami after we beat Miami. That's what the whole thing. We didn't get to play them. I was just focused on their game because we were fighting for a playoff spot. Yeah. And watching Aaron Rodgers, he's the kind of person that's a rhythm person. So I get what you're saying. Why you wouldn't want to play against him, because if he gets on a rhythm, it's a problem. It's not like a Tom Brady thing where he's gonna be a closer and clutch it out at the end. Aaron Rodgers get going, that boy get going. Like with that one he threw in the Miami game, he threw a shoulder out. He went turn around.
And so that's why Aaron Rodgers can close a game just like Tom Brady, like last drive of the game.
I just feel he's more streaky.
But also they match up better against us because they have a solid running game. They got that boy Dylan and Aaron Jones, the two, and against us they handed us an L easily. They just
the defense is playing lights out too. That secretary just shut down the Vikings. I never believed in Kirk Cousins, so I don't really know what's going on. You think I hated on Dak? I hate Kirk Cousins with a passion. I don't know.
I'm not the biggest fan of Kirk either. I think he's a middle of the road quarterback for me.
I feel like he's been robbing franchises for millions of dollars.
Bravo, Kirk. I don't hold nothing against him for getting.
I feel like he'd be sitting there with a T-shirt off, eating barbecue, counting all the Washington Commanders' money, like. That was an easy one, man.
Franchise is his favorite word, bro. That's his favorite word.
He's just good enough to not get fired. Like, I hate him. He's a skimmer. He as soon as he started talking about losing his job, he'll play just good enough to get him there and then lose it. Stephon Diggs is like, I ain't playing with this fool no more.
That's the thing. But back to Green Bay though. That's their defense is playing good because Jair Alexander, he's strapping.
Oh yeah, he's a dog.
He's strapping number 1 receivers. So I don't know how he does against CD. CD has just came into his own as a number 1 receiver. We struggle at the receiver. T.Y. Hilton, though, getting him.
T.Y. opens it up. I feel like that you'll have a lot better with CD having, T.Y. out there on the side because he's still fast. Yeah, I saw him in the game. I couldn't feel like who's that new Dallas? Oh yeah, T.Y.
I promise you, every time Dak has thrown the ball to him, even if it wasn't a catch, it was a PI. a pass interference. So like
he's good at. Oh man, he's such a weird shape. I remember he used to get penalties when he's on the coast against the Chargers because he knows how to come back to the ball and like just jump through a person.
And he's little enough to where he'll get bumped.
It looks bad.
It looks bad. Exactly. It looks bad. Exactly.
That's why I used to love having Sproles because no matter how you tackled him, it looked like it was too much.
Exactly. Flag.
Like, whoa, like, that's a form tackle. That just looked violent, bro. We're trying to save lives out here. But I totally hear what you're saying.
So
I wouldn't want to face if I was you, I'd probably lean towards Tampa Bay rather than Green Bay also. Because of the running backs and because of the streaky hotness of Aaron Rodgers. His hotness doesn't happen for a couple quarters like Tom Brady. His hotness happens for like a month.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
He'll be trashed out of nowhere. He's like, this guy double check this real quick.
He seems to always play good against the Cowboys.
And the young receivers are starting to pick it up. Lazard, that dude, I was impressed. I was surprised that he was doing that well. So by the beginning of the season, he was like, I can't stand these young dudes, but give him a whole season to build up. Aaron Rodgers, say what you will about him. He's a really good quarterback, and he's good at making adjustments. It didn't start out well. They waited at the time, and now they're playing a lot better. So I understand as a Cowboy fan, I wouldn't really want to face them either. But also, anybody can get it. That's what I'm saying, too. As a Cowboy fan, you got to be like, I'd rather not play them, but if we get them, bring it.
No, I am. This year, I'm feeling that way because our defense is like that. Like, we've been struggling for the past couple of weeks because we lost some corners. So that part about it hurts. But our pass rush, Micah, DeMarcus Lawrence, we got some dogs on the line.
Call some ruckus. They're gonna be all right.
So that's why I think against Tom Brady, it's a little better because he's more statue and they're more air raid offense. They gotta step back and throw it. They're not really running the football.
But the one thing I remember the last time the Chargers went to the playoffs was 2018. The team we beat was the Ravens, and we beat the crap out of Lamar, and we put the blueprint on how to stop him. And then we played New England Patriots, and Tom Brady went for 45 passes. Bro, it was so disgusting. You could watch Joey Bosa on mic'd up. He ran up to Tom Brady and just barely. He said, "Damn it, Tom, can you hold the ball longer?" And he said,
No. He gets it out.
Day.
He gets it out.
We will dink and dunk this the whole freaking game. Keep the ball out of your hands, and we had no answer for that. Phillip Rivers only probably had like 15 minutes of possession the whole entire game. So I'm saying with Tom Brady, he's such a technician of the game that if your corners ain't on their game, he will literally nickel and dime you the whole entire day, and they won't even need to run. That's how they run.
Bro, no, you're absolutely right. Tom Brady is the best at that. He gets it out the quickest. Honestly, Herbert's pretty good at that too, though. Herbert gets it out pretty quick too.
Herbert's looking to throw it deep though. Tom Brady ain't got an arm like that.
He can extend it.
He's like, Mike Evans, nope. Mike Evans, nope.
Nope.
Mike Evans, nope. Like if it's not there, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
He gets rid of the ball quickly, and that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I'm saying with Aaron Rodgers, there might be more holes for mistakes. Aaron Rodgers makes much bigger mistakes than Tom Brady does.
Takes more risks too. Takes more risks. He takes
exactly.
Yeah.
Even though he was playing one of his best games, Miami was still in that game. You know what I mean? So he leaves those holes open. If Tom Brady is nickel and dime you down the field, and it's a 14-3 game, and he has a lead, oh my God, you guys are in trouble. You know what I mean? Like that.
So, bro, how you gonna talk me out of both of them? Like both don't sound good no more.
I'm just giving you because I'm telling you right. You see how I was thinking about the Jaguars? And I said I'd rather go face a team that already busted our ass, but was closer than the team that would really beat us and we don't match up well against because we also are familiar with them.
Yeah.
If we play the Chiefs, we know them. That's the team we always play. If you play against the Jaguars, we've only played them once and they beat us up. I said the Bills, that'll be fun because we don't know them, they don't know us.
That'd be a high score. I feel like that'd be a high scoring game.
I don't know. I feel like it'll be the way the Chargers are playing defense and running the ball. I think the plan would be to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands, so we'd have to try to slow everything down.
And actually, never mind, it would be played in the snow. So never mind.
Yeah, and the Chargers have been winning better, scoring less. With Herbert, check out this stat. Herbert is 18-4 when the Chargers hold a team under 27 points.
Oh, so the defense, that speaks volumes. That defense.
Bro, that means that, hey, give Justin a little bit of defense where he don't have to do everything and give him a couple of runs. Give me some Eckler. Stop sleeping on my dude. More touchdowns than anybody.
He's that boy.
Anybody.
He's that boy. No, all you got to do is look on fantasy, bro. He's like the fantasy god.
Oh, he's the fantasy guy because he's not a flashy name at the beginning of the season. And then if you picked him and took him as like a second running back, he's been money.
Pick him up in the 4th, 5th round and you're money. He's like your second best producer all year, first.
But that's why I'm saying I'm feeling really good about my team because Eckler looking good, hasn't slowed down. We got Keenan Allen back, so we got our third. We were horrible on third down without him. People don't look at the stats. Keenan Allen is not the fastest guy, but he sure is the quickest.
Yep.
His separation is second to none. There's nobody
He's like
better
the
than
ultimate possession receiver. Ultimate. If you need 10 yards, he's gonna break off his receiver.
He's gonna be there. He is sure-handed. He's not gonna be breaking these super long ones. That's for Mike Williams to do.
Yo, no, he did though. One of the greatest plays of the season when he caught that one. Was it in overtime?
Oh, against the Raiders.
Oh my gosh! No,
and he came up. Yeah, but that was his first game back. I was
that was crazy.
And we still ended up losing that game, so I was feeling a little certain way about it.
Right. Y'all ended up losing.
If we can't, the defense couldn't stop nobody. So even though Justin Herbert, like people don't get it, they call him a social media quarterback because our team puts him in horrible positions to where he has to do amazing shit. He be almost pulling it off. Like both the Raider games, this dude is throwing it on 4th and long and just right in there. Like most of his interceptions come because he throws a rocket. And dudes be 6 years. Hey, you remember when we used to have practice and Coach Candale would hop in? And everybody would be like, oh shit, here we go.
Exactly. Like we about to be dropping.
He be throwing straight rock. Our coach used to be a quarterback in high school, won CIF. So whenever he started playing, he started throwing rockets at you. And all the balls started flying through sure-handed receivers. Man, I'm a good catcher. I remember his ball hit me like somebody, like I was trying to catch a pig that was wrestling through my hand, okay? That's what it felt like trying to catch his ball. And that's what makes me think like when I see him play, because when he gets those interceptions, these dudes are like reaching out for it. It goes to their hand and then it tips up. Somebody's behind him and gets it. A lot of his, he's willing to do it though. You know what I mean? He's willing to make that pass. And that's something that I know Phillip Rivers would have just taken a sack. Justin Herbert's still trying. And you're going to need that in the playoffs. So I'm excited
to do it. He's got the arm to do it. So.
He has the talent to do it. He's a tall, big boy with, oh man, and my bro hit me up. He's like, I was hating on Herbert, but he looked pretty good. I like, Prince Charming got a rocket, don't he? Huh?
Sunshine!
Bro, he's so humble. You see what he does when he gets a good catch or good pass?
Yeah.
He look right over to where the receiver is or where the camera does. He goes, just keep going, not too
just
much.
Go back to the sideline. He
has a swagger to him, but it's not too much. You know, it's not like I don't want nothing. But when he gets fired up, like the Miami game, you could tell he was fired up because they was talking hella spicy about him. You know he saw that. He's like, I don't bother nobody, and y'all trying to put me against this dude. Tua had 5 good games, and they just acted like Justin Herbert.
Hey, hold on. Why you say? Hey, everyone, listen, pay attention. JD's mad tight about the Tua Herbert comparison.
It's disgusting.
JD's
it's disgusting. Because Miami people are literally telling people, don't believe your eyes and what you see. Believe these cherry pick stats that we have over Tua for 5 games. Don't pay attention to the last 2 years when Justin Herbert broke every single record that could be possibly broken. Let's focus on these 5 games with Tua can't throw the deep ball, bro. Justin Herbert got gas in the tank. His ball got a rocket on it. Tyreek Hill, thank God that he's so fast that he can run and come back and catch the ball and still keep running. A lot of his passes, he be running full speed and got to turn around.
Run 10 yards back, catch it, run back around.
You know what I mean? Like, but Tua is good. I just don't think he's on the level as a prototype quarterback like Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. They're all tall. They're all big.
Yeah.
Tua is fast and little. I'd say Lamar has a similar style, but he's bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cam Newton, similar style, but bigger.
And the thing about, and Tua is more, Lamar is more, he's right when he's about to run, he's running. Hurts when he's about to run, he's running. Tua is more like Russell Wilson, where he'll break the pocket, but he's
trying to be a good quarterback. He's going through his reads.
But that's how he gets grabbed and swung around, and you know what I mean?
Bro, he is horrible landing. Like every time I see him, I'm like, bro, like when you train in fighting, there's ways to land so you don't take as much impact. Every time he get tackled, he's like, and he just lets someone throw him on his head. I'm like, you got to protect that, baby. That's the money maker right there. I honestly feel like he should come back and be part of the Miami Dolphins, but I feel like he might get sat down this year. There's Tom Brady out there. There's Derek Carr out there. You know what I mean?
And it's like it keeps coming up. The concussion keeps coming up. That's why it's like you got to do it for him. Like if
he's
you
injury prone,
you got to save him from himself, bro.
Bro, Chargers dropped Drew Brees because he was injury prone and got injured on the last play of the game. He went on to the Saints to do great things, but when someone gets injured, it makes it a lot easier, more justifiable to get rid of him. He's been injured with head injuries 3 times in 1 year. You got to have a reliable backup plan because Teddy is just as brittle as this fool.
Yeah, bro, exactly. That's wild. I didn't even think about that. Teddy is like Mr. Glass. No,
no, that's Mr. Glass from the movie. You know what he said?
He's the original to it, dog.
Young Sam L, man, he over there going up in a wheelchair. Well, Tua's hurt, nigga. I'm hurt too.
Oh, bro, I'm surprised there ain't been no memes like that. They ain't done Bridgewater.
Bro, I don't know what's going on at their training facility, but they trainer needs to get fired. Like the Chargers trainer needs to get fired. Like I don't know what's going on over there in Miami, but that's what I'm saying. I'm a hater on them because of their fans and the media that put me against them. But I'm letting you know I realize that. I realized it was a war they put on us. But at the same time, if you're going to have this argument with me, I'm going to roast you to crap if you think that Tua is better than Justin Herbert. You are out of your damn mind. If you just put those two next to each other and you had never seen them play football and say, who do you think is going to be the more successful quarterback?
You're stupid.
the 5'10 Samoan or the 6'8 gigantic dude right there with the rocket arm. Like, the dude that threw it from 70 yards from one hash to another hash, or the dude that has Tyreek coming back on his deep ball. Like, Tua's faster than Herbert. He has a higher completion rate sometimes at moments. I can't even say that no more because after that 3-pick game with Green Bay, I'm like, bro,
He was wilding.
Tua turned the ball over. Like, I had to laugh at the memes, but I'm sitting there like, he don't deserve this. He only's getting this because of the pedestal they put him on for having 5 good games. He got some weapons now. He's gonna be okay. But if they miss the playoffs after starting 8-3, oh God, get off the internet.
Can they still make the playoffs?
They can still make the playoffs, but they need the Jets to beat New England. New England can get in if they win, and somebody else loses. I'm not exactly sure. It's really muggy down there at the bottom. You know, that last is one spot, and there's still the Steelers are still in. So there's a whole bunch of.
And the NFC is crazy right now. Everyone's going to be all the teams got to play it out. It's crazy.
And after the whole Hamlin situation, you saw what they said about the outcome of it, right? They canceled the game.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a neutral site game if the Bills and the Chiefs make it. So if it ends up being an AFC Championship game with those two, because of the standings, it's going to be a neutral site. I think the team that gets screwed the most is the Bengals because they would end up being an away team if it ends up facing one of those other teams. They won't get that same benefit of a neutral field.
It's a crazy situation. It's crazy.
Yeah, life or death. You got to make some exceptions, and they didn't really screw nobody except for the venue. I just wonder where they would play it at. Where would you have an AFC Championship game where you can't have it in Kansas City or Buffalo? Where are you gonna put it at?
Exactly.
So far, I'm gonna give you some tickets.
Hey! You would love that, wouldn't you?
I love football, bro. I don't care if it's my team playing or not. If I got tickets, I'm a ride. I went to the Chargers.
Bro, I feel like
we had Raider fans with us.
You've been to multiple Charger games this year, haven't you?
No, not this year. It was last year when I went to multiple games. This year I have not been to a game yet. I was trying to, but
it was last year. Okay, it was last year.
I've been hitting up the San Diego events. I was messing with my Padres and my San Diego Aztecs.
That's right. You was getting busy with the Padres this year in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. No, you don't even want to talk to me. Hey, if you want to do Faithful Fan about some Padres, dog, we out here spending money. I'm over here like, hey, either San Diego never cared about baseball before and they weren't willing to spend the money, or AJ, the general manager, been slinging rocks in Dago and not telling nobody about it because where's all this money coming from?
Yo,
hey, you want another $300 million?
Fans.
Nothing.
As y'all can hear and see, JD can sit here and talk about the Chargers and San Diego sports in general for another day. But Jordan, I appreciate you for sitting here and talking, filling me in on what the Chargers got to do to get to the playoffs and make the noise. I appreciate you. I hear Doggy.
No, it's going dumb right now. That's my neighbor's dog, and it's make sure my dog ain't tripping. Luna. You know what I'm saying?
But bro, I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging in here with me.
One last thing. Tank gonna beat up Garcia. Tank Davis is gonna beat up Garcia.
I agree. Unless he
I'm
gets
sorry we didn't get to that. My bad.
Unless he gets hit with one of them quick Ryan Garcia left hooks. Like
Nah,
that's the only thing Ryan got for him. That's the only thing Ryan got is a left hook.
His body's getting ate up.
Gets ate up, dog.
Too skinny. But yeah, I appreciate you, dog. You know I love being on here with you. Anytime,
Yes,
brother.
sir. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, faithful fans, until the next time on the Faithful Fan Show. Da 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 da.
Rookie in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Rookie in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff times, you know believe when I drive. Call for it, Kelly go in the Blizo spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Circle loose stroke magic, rhymes over